babe. Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish in it. I told him it ain't to practice it. I'm about to fill you up with Spanish. Rock up with the click and I ain't looking like the side in this. I'm the opposite cause I'm the main event in boxing and it has the time been ticking. I've been out here playing my position. I'm about to get it now. Ain't no one about to block my hit cause someday I'm someone tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere somebody that one day will be the love of my life, but not tonight though. Hey, I'm only here for a minute. Bet you want a girl to keep it independent, and I know you gotta like a girl that's this appealing. Get you caught up in the moment, then I'll get you in your feelings. Tell your boys that you gon' meet them later on. Both of us are so taxi, leave the meter on. First time you out in Cali, never tried no strong, so you gon' have some stories to tell when you take it back home and tell them one time, Snowy always showed you what it's like. Leave you sleepy like the call the umpire. Get you out and get you rolling, get you gotta go. I got a flight up in the morning on someday, someone tell me I'm someone doing alright. Somewhere I'll find out someone.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets continue to move through the season and want to find a way to secure win number 3 on the year. It's the Bills going up against the Jets. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. They'll come out in the pistol. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They come up in an offset eye. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And if this offense is going to flow today, certainly the running back will be a key piece.
Without a doubt, because they asked their runner to not just do that, but to block, to catch, to help set a tone for their offense.
Now Carr, he's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And the defense for New York.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Carr. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And now out come the Jets. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Throwing, Prescott. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's brought down. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a New York first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Prescott on first down. Setting up the receiver screen here to Thomas. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Second down now after the pass completion. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. He'll get the football here. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
First down, here's the run with Martin. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
K'Wan Short came out of Purdue as one of the top-rated defensive tackle prospects. Now he's one of the top-rated NFL players.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action now, Prescott. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Reed, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
It used to be that if you were a big wide receiver and the coaches wanted to make you a tight end, you resisted the move. Now it's almost a glamour position because they have the mismatch advantage. Are you going to cover them with a linebacker? They're probably faster. A defensive back? They're going to be bigger. Tight end is the new big-time position.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
They run with Murray, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
2 plays in a row, the defense won, stacking up the running game. They've got to feel good about themselves, but something has to be in the back of their minds. Are we being set up for something big? They've got to be careful.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw his car. He's going to go looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Let's go!
They run the counter with Martin. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Tackle made that time by Jay Howard.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
On 2nd down, Martin. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. 15 yards there on the scramble and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They run it again with Martin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And here we go on 1st and goal. They'll run. Martin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Watkins alone on the left side. 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that finally runs him down, and that is a big, big loss. 18 yards. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Throwing now is Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it. Yeah,
hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. The veteran tight end Scott Chandler was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
Here we go. 38. Ohio.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Prescott off play action. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard. Line. One man in the backfield, that's Martin. He's going to get the football. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 19, and it's 1st down, New York.
Well, from the safety of our booth, I think it's okay after that run that I call him still the name that maybe he's not too crazy about, the muscle hamster.
Yeah, his teammates at Boise State called him that. He doesn't like that thing.
He hates that name.
He told us he prefers, and he told the world he prefers Duggernaut.
It's always tough when you come up with your own nickname.
It doesn't stick.
I hope it works for him, but I have my doubt.
We're going muscle hamster here in the booth. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
Here we go.
Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Caught on the right side, Reed. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. from the red zone now. Prescott. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. John Brown, as the first half is winding down, and the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to our... Jeez, I don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Kessler wants to throw. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. A good pickup there, a 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. A horde of Jets, huge crew there to make the stop.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's...
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply... Charles be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a run with Martin, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
The reason that counter or misdirection plays work so well is that usually you've given them a reason to think that everything's going to the direction that starts initially. You've run that type of a play throughout the game. You've given them that look, and now you're going to counter things and bring it back the other way. Almost a tendency breaker at times. And a lot of it is making sure that you have an illusion, almost like a magician. Look over here, and the play is actually happening over there, and that's where running back's vision comes into play. See the hole in a place where people don't expect and get there with some speed. And that's exactly what he did on that play. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Here we go. Fan 38.
Play action now. Prescott. Buying time to his left. And it's a fumble. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Prescott to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's John Ryan now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll run here with Mason. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Prescott now on second down. And Reed with it over the middle. And some room to roam now. Jordan Reed. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Not only touchdown number 2 for him, but a big run to boot. However, still trailing.
Still trailing, but not because of his efforts. Well, he's playing really well, and I love his long speed there, right? Able to get out there and burst all the way to the end zone. And smart enough to keep the ball in his hands and get into the end zone for the touchdown. In 2016, on all levels of football, we're seeing guys drop it before the goal line. What's the rule, Brandon? Run into the goal post.
That's right.
Before you drop the ball.
That.
There you go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down following the run.
Here we go.
Again, it's Martin. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Everyone's got four down. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Check flag 54.
Following the penalty, Martin. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd down.
As a general rule, receivers love the comeback route because it puts them right in the sight lines of the guy throwing the ball. But in this case, the defenders saw it and were able to knock it away.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. Brown, the lone receiver left.
Here we go. What?
On play action, Prescott. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Here's John Ryan now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And now out come the Bills. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Kessler to throw. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Second down, here's Kessler. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out. To take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
Play clock winding down. Second down, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Come on, let's go.
They go play action here on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Let's go!
A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and now it's third down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on third down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Time for a break. Here's John Ryan now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Bills getting set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward. Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kevin Minter able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of a yard. Now Carr throwing on second down. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And that brings up fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So out now come the Jets. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel...
There goes Doug Martin. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Doug Martin, 76 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And his kick is right through. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Hey, we're going to rally. All right, here we go.
From midfield, here's Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete.
We ready?
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. To throw, it's Carr. And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Clay. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, here we go.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Hey, we're going to rally. Rally. We ready? Wide and yay. Wide.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for Charles Clay as tight end. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Hey, we're going to rally.
Again, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And it's 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And the Jets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes.
There goes Doug Martin, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
It's up and good, and they add 1 more to what will wind up a fairly lopsided victory. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Jets, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
You thought that I would lay down and die. Whoa, no. Demon face spitting in my cup all night long. Wheel your tongue at my throne of power. Oh, no. I never for a second thought that I was dead. Oh, no. I never for a second let you into
babe. Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this in all white fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish in it? I told him it ain't to practice it. I'm about to fill you up with Spanish. Now ain't no one about to block me here, 'cause someday